I found out on a Thursday evening at 8:47 p.m. while reheating leftover pasta and scrolling through my notifications. My phone buzzed nonstop. Calls, messages, screenshots, tags. At first, I thought my account had been hacked. Then I opened one of the messages and saw a transcript of my own voice. My therapy session, word for word. My private confessions, my darkest fears, my childhood trauma, everything I had only ever said inside a soundproof room, now posted online with thousands of views. And the caption burned like acid. Listen to what she really thinks about everyone. By 8:49 p.m., my stomach had dropped so far I could hardly breathe. My sister Ava's name kept appearing in the messages. Is this true? Did Ava really leak this? Why would she do that to you? I didn't know.
Not yet.
But I knew Ava had been acting strange for weeks, overly curious about my therapy schedule, asking me specific questions about things I had never told her, slipping into my apartment unannounced under the excuse of checking on me. I thought it was concern. I was wrong. I called my therapist, Dr. Lin, who answered on the first ring, already panicked. Your session files were breached, she said. I don't know how. I'm so sorry. Breached. The word made my knees shake. As I scrolled through the leaked files, it became obvious the leak wasn't random. Someone had selected the worst parts, my vulnerability, my anger, my trust issues, and arranged them to make me look unhinged and hateful. Not the full context. Not the healing. Only the damage. And then I saw the watermark in the corner of one clip. Ava's initials. Her video editing signature. She had made these. She had planned this. By 9:15 p.m., people from work were emailing me concerned questions. A parent from one of my students had forwarded the audio to the school board. My reputation, my career, was dissolving in real time. I tried calling Ava, but she didn't answer. Then she texted.
Well.
Now the truth is out. Nothing else.
No explanation. No apology.
My hands shook as I typed back. Why would you do this? Her reply came instantly. You know why. That was the moment I realized this wasn't a mistake or a misunderstanding. Ava was angry at me, furious, and she had decided to punish me in the most intimate, humiliating way possible. But I still didn't understand what I had done to deserve this level of hatred. By 10 p.m., my name was trending in my town's social hashtags. By 10:30, my mother had called crying, blaming me for bringing shame to the family. By midnight, I had locked all my accounts, unplugged my router, and sat in silence on the kitchen floor, staring at nothing. Someone had taken the most private moments of my life and turned them into ammunition. Someone who shared my blood. Someone I trusted. And now the whole world was listening. Everything I built, my peace, my progress, my relationships, was suddenly collapsing, and I hadn't even begun to uncover the real reason behind Ava's betrayal. Because the truth was far uglier than leaked audio. It was a secret she'd kept buried for 10 years. And she was terrified I was about to expose it. The next morning, I woke up to 36 missed calls, 12 voicemails, and a headache strong enough to split my skull. For a moment, I forgot what had happened. Then the sickening memory hit me like a slap. My therapy sessions. Exposed. Weaponized. Spread everywhere. I checked my phone. Another text from Ava, this one colder than the last. Stay quiet. Don't make this worse. Worse? She had detonated my life and was warning me not to light a match. Before I could react, my best friend Maya showed up at my apartment. She didn't knock. She barged in, holding her laptop and wearing an expression that mixed fury with fear. You need to see this, she said. She opened a forum thread. Hundreds of comments. People cutting my words apart, misinterpreting everything, calling me unstable, manipulative, dramatic. There were even videos of commentators analyzing my voice, my pain like it was entertainment. Then Maya scrolled to something that made my heart stop. A post by an anonymous user. A post that claimed to know why Ava leaked everything. The headline read, Ava is protecting herself. Her secret is about to come out. It felt like the ground cracked under me. Maya turned to me slowly. Do you know what this means?
I did.
All too well. 10 years ago, Ava did something terrible. Something that could destroy her career, her marriage, her image. Something only 3 people knew about. Me, her, and someone she thought would never speak again. Ava believed I was going to expose it. Which explained everything. Which explained nothing. Because I wasn't planning to expose her. I had no intention of opening that wound. But Ava didn't know that. And her fear had turned into a preemptive strike. Maya sat beside me. What did she do? I swallowed hard. It's not my story to tell. Not yet. Because saying it aloud meant accepting that Ava had crossed a line so severe we could never go back. After Maya left, I went to Dr. Lin's office. She had already changed the locks and filed a report with the state licensing board. Her eyes were exhausted. I reviewed everything she said. Your session files weren't hacked. Someone accessed them with physical equipment. Someone installed a recording device under the chaise inside my office. A cold chill crept up my spine. You mean the leak didn't come from your system? No, Dr. Lin hesitated. It came from you. Or someone who came with you. I felt the blood drain from my face. Ava had come to one session with me, months ago, claiming she wanted to support me. I remembered her hugging me goodbye and leaning against the chaise, fiddling with her bracelet. She stayed behind for a moment, pretending to look for her sunglasses. That was when she planted it.
Planned.
Deliberate. Calculated. My sister had stolen my therapy sessions with her own hands. Dr. Lin continued, I can help you file criminal charges. This is a felony. A felony. My own sister targeted me like an enemy. I didn't answer. I couldn't. My mind was spinning too fast. If Ava risked committing a crime to silence me, then her secret must be bigger and more dangerous than I ever imagined. And it meant one thing. She wasn't done ruining me. She was just getting started. By the time I left Dr. Lin's office, the air felt heavier, like even the city knew something had shifted. I barely made it home before I saw the next blow waiting for me. Someone had slid an envelope under my apartment door. White, unmarked, unsettlingly thin. Inside was a single printed screenshot. A police email. Ava had reported me. Reported me for emotional instability, threats, and dangerous behavior. She was building a case. Stacking false evidence. Preparing to make me look like the villain. She wasn't just trying to ruin my reputation anymore. She wanted me institutionalized or arrested. I sank into the couch, fingers trembling as I read the fabricated accusations. Words that sounded nothing like me but were crafted with enough detail to feel believable. She knew my weak spots, my past, my triggers, my vulnerabilities, and she was twisting them like knives. Then my phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. Ava's doing this to protect someone. Don't let her lie to you. I stared at the text, pulse pounding. Before I could respond, another message arrived. Check the file I sent. Look closely. A second screenshot followed. This time, a blurry photo of Ava in a hospital hallway with someone I hadn't seen in 10 years. Someone I thought was gone. Someone who should have been gone.
Ethan.
My ex-boyfriend. Ava's biggest secret. A memory punched through the fog. 10 years ago, Ava and Ethan had an affair behind my back. Not just a fleeting betrayal, it had consequences. A pregnancy. A loss. A family scandal. And a desperate attempt to bury everything before anyone found out. I confronted Ava back then. She collapsed emotionally, begged me not to tell a soul, terrified it would ruin her life. I kept her secret. I carried the weight of her shame while she rebuilt her perfect image. And now Ethan was back, in a hospital, with her. The question burned me from the inside. Why was she meeting him? Why now? What did he know? The anonymous texter messaged again. She's afraid he'll talk. She thinks you know something she doesn't. My breath caught. Ava didn't leak my therapy sessions because she hated me. She leaked them because she feared exposure. She thought I knew what Ethan was threatening to reveal. But I didn't. Not yet. The mystery tightened its grip. I rushed to Maya's place, needing stable ground. She opened the door before I could knock, pulling me inside. You look like you saw a ghost, she said. I did. I handed her the screenshots. Ethan's alive. He's here. Her eyes widened. What does he want? I sat on her couch, the answer slowly forming in my mind. He wants something from Ava. And she thinks I'm the one he told. Maya frowned. So, she's destroying you before you can speak. Exactly. Silence settled between us, heavy and suffocating. Then Maya asked the question I had been avoiding. What was she so afraid you'd reveal back then? I closed my eyes. The secret tasted bitter on my tongue. It wasn't just the affair, I whispered. It was what she did after. Maya leaned forward. What did she do? Before I could answer, my phone buzzed once more. A video, sent from the same unknown number. The thumbnail showed Ava, crying in a dark room, and Ethan saying a sentence that chilled my bones. Tell her the truth before I do. The truth Ethan held, and why Ava would rather destroy me than face it. I didn't watch the video right away. I couldn't. My hand hovered above the play button, shaking, as if pressing it would unleash something I couldn't put back. Maya sat across from me, her eyes locked on my phone. Play it, she said quietly.
So I did.
The video opened with dim lighting, like a phone left half-hidden on a table. Ava sat with her face in her hands, makeup smeared, shoulders trembling. She looked nothing like the polished version of herself she showed the world. Ethan's voice came from behind the camera, low, steady, emotionless. You can't keep lying. Not to her. Not to me. Not to yourself. Ava lifted her face. She looked terrified. She'll hate me, she whispered. She already does, Ethan said. Because of everything you've done. Ava shook her head violently.
No.
She doesn't know. She thinks it was just the affair, just the pregnancy. She doesn't know what really happened. My breath caught. The room tilted. Even hearing the words felt like a fresh betrayal. Then Ethan said something that made my blood turn cold. If you won't tell her, I will. The video ended there.
No explanation.
No context. Just that threat hanging in the air like a guillotine. Maya exhaled slowly. So, Ava's terrified he'll expose whatever happened after the affair. I nodded, throat dry. There's only one thing it could be. Maya waited. I forced the words out. She didn't lose the baby naturally. She ended it. And she lied about how. She blamed me. She said I stressed her out so badly that she miscarried. Maya's eyes widened in horror. Oh my God. I didn't tell anyone, I said quietly. I carried that guilt for years. Only recently, in therapy, I started untangling it. Ava must have sensed it. She probably heard me getting close to the truth. Maya frowned. But that doesn't explain Ethan. Why is he back? Why now? Before I could answer, my phone vibrated again. Another message from the unknown texter. He's not back for her. He's back for the proof. Proof? I typed back. What proof? Seconds later. Ask your sister what she hid the night she went to the clinic. Ask her who signed the paperwork. A chill rolled through me. The paperwork. The clinic. The missing signature Ava never explained. A memory flashed. Ava bursting into my room a decade ago, pale and sweaty, asking me to cover for her. She shoved forms at me, scribbles everywhere, something scratched out violently. I had signed them without reading. My chest tightened. Do you think Ethan kept something from that time? I asked Maya.
Or the clinic did, Maya said.
Maybe a record Ava thought she had destroyed. The implications twisted inside me. Ava had gone to unthinkable lengths to hide the truth. Destroy my reputation. Record my therapy. Manipulate the police. Because if Ethan released that proof, her perfect life, her marriage, her image, her career would disintegrate. And she thought I had it. I stood abruptly. This isn't going to stop. She's escalating. I need to confront her. Maya grabbed my arm. Not alone. Not while she's desperate. But it was too late. My phone lit up with a final message from the unknown texter. She's coming for you next. Be ready. A knock thundered at the door. Maya and I froze. The peephole showed Ava. Eyes wild, breathing hard, hands clenched. She wasn't here to apologize. She was here to finish what she started. Maya stepped back as I moved toward the door, each footstep heavier than the last. Ava stood on the other side like a storm barely restrained, her hair disheveled, her expression carved from panic and fury. For a moment, I considered not opening it, but hiding wouldn't save me. I unlocked the door. Ava pushed in before I could even finish pulling it open. Her eyes darted around Maya's living room as if checking whether someone was recording her.
You need to stop, she snapped. No greeting. No remorse. No explanation.
Just a command. I folded my arms. I haven't done anything. Ava laughed, a sharp, hysterical sound. You think I don't know you're behind those messages? The screenshots? The video? She stepped closer. You're trying to ruin me. You're trying to destroy everything I've built. Maya moved between us. She didn't leak your video. Someone else did. Ava's glare could have cut glass. Stay out of this. But Maya didn't move. Ava turned back to me, voice cracking. You don't understand what's at stake. You mean your reputation?
I said.
Or the truth about what happened 10 years ago? Her entire body stiffened. The silence that followed was suffocating. Ava swallowed hard. You don't know anything. Ethan came back, I said quietly. And someone sent me the video of him telling you to tell me the truth. So tell me. Ava's eyes widened like she'd been slapped. You saw that. Her voice faltered. You weren't supposed to see that.
Yet here we are, I said.
What are you hiding? What did you do? Ava grabbed my wrist, gripping it so tightly I winced. He's lying, she whispered. He's trying to hurt me. To punish me. You can't trust him. Then tell me what happened, I said. If the truth is on your side, say it. Her jaw trembled. Then she said the words that finally shattered the little sympathy I had left. He said he'd expose me unless I paid him. Extortion. Blackmail. Pieces clicked into place. That's why you leaked my therapy? I asked, disbelief turning to disgust. To distract him? To distract everyone. Ava's eyes burned with a mixture of guilt and rage. You were talking about the past. You were getting close to the truth. If people believed you were unstable, nothing you said could hurt me.
I zerrte her, stunned.
You destroyed my privacy.
My job.
My life. To save yourself. Ava's voice dropped to a hiss. I had no choice. Maya stepped forward. Yes, you did. You made the cruelest one. Ava ignored her. She moved even closer to me, her face inches from mine. If you speak about that time, even a hint, everything I've built collapses. My husband leaves. My career ends. My life is over. And what about my life? I demanded. Ava blinked. For the first time, something like regret flickered, but it faded fast. You'll recover, she said coldly. I won't. That was the moment I truly saw her. Not my sister. Not my blood. But someone willing to destroy anyone, me included, to protect herself. Before I could respond, her phone buzzed loudly. She checked the screen, and the color drained from her face. No, she whispered. Not now. Not yet. She stumbled back, shaking. What happened? I asked. She looked at me with sheer terror. It's Ethan, she said. He just released something. And then Maya's TV lit up automatically, connected to her phone. A notification popped up. A video. Trending. Explosive. The title made my heart stop. Ava's secret from 10 years ago. The evidence she tried to bury. Ava collapsed onto the couch, sobbing. The truth was out. But we hadn't seen it yet. Maya turned up the TV volume before Ava could scramble for the remote. I stood frozen as the video loaded, buffering for a second that felt like an hour. Ava knelt beside the coffee table, her hands trembling so violently she couldn't even reach out to stop it. Then the screen shifted. The first frame was a scanned document.
Old. Creased.
Faded around the edges. A clinic record. At the top. Termination of pregnancy, confidential file. My vision blurred. Ava let out a strangled sob.
No, no, no.
Maya covered her mouth. That's the paperwork. The one you signed. The next image zoomed in on the signature line. Not Ava's name.
Mine.
My signature. The room spun. 10 years ago, Ava had begged me to sign something for school, crying about an exam she forgot to turn in. I didn't ask questions. I just signed it.
She had used me.
She had forged the circumstances. She had handed me a form that would legally tie me to her medical decision. Ethan's voice narrated over the images. For years, Ava claimed she miscarried because of her sister's stress. But here is the truth. She arranged the termination behind everyone's back. She used her sister's signature so no one would know. Then another document appeared, a counseling form signed by Ava herself, outlining her reasons.
Fear. Shame.
A desire to erase the mistake. And a note. Do not inform partner. The video cut to Ethan speaking directly to the camera. His eyes were tired, hollow. Not vengeful, broken. She blamed you, he said, because it was easier than facing what she did. And when she learned I kept copies of the clinic files, she panicked. She tried to destroy your credibility before I spoke. Ava collapsed on the floor, sobbing so hard she couldn't breathe. Maya turned off the TV. Silence swallowed the room. I felt hollow inside, a quiet, numb emptiness where anger should have been. I crouched in front of Ava. I carried your guilt for 10 years, I said calmly. 10 years of thinking I caused you pain. 10 years of apologizing. 10 years of believing I ruined your life. Ava shook her head violently. I didn't mean for it to go this far. You leaked my therapy. My voice stayed even. You planted a recording device. You filed a false police report. You tried to make the world think I was unstable. You destroyed my privacy, my job, my peace. Ava grabbed my wrist like a drowning person. I was scared. If the truth came out. You made sure mine did, I said. For the first time since the nightmare began, Ava had no answer. Maya stepped in. You have to leave. Now. Ava looked at me, desperate. Please tell them it's not true. Say the documents are fake. Just until I fix this. I won't lie for you again, I said. Not ever. Ava's face crumpled. I'll lose everything. You already took everything from me, I replied. She stared at me with a kind of sorrow that was almost childlike. But I didn't let myself soften. Not this time. Ava slowly stood. Her voice was barely more than a whisper. It's not over. Then she walked out the door. As it closed behind her, Maya turned toward me. What now? She asked. I sank onto the couch. Now, I said, I deal with the fallout she created, and the part that's coming next. Because something told me Ethan wasn't done. And neither was Ava. The next morning, I woke to a message from the school board. Effective immediately, you are suspended pending an internal review. Ava had destroyed so much, so quickly it felt unreal. I sat at the edge of my bed, staring at the email until the words blurred. I didn't cry. I was past that. But I felt something shift inside me. Quiet, steady, resolute. This wasn't going to end unless I ended it. I called Ethan. He answered on the second ring. His voice was tired, raw. I figured you'd call, he said. I want the truth, I told him. All of it. He let out a long breath. I didn't release the video to hurt you, he said. I released it to protect myself and you. From Ava, I said. Yes. And from what she planned next. My stomach tightened. What else did she plan? She was going to file a restraining order against you. 2, actually 1 personal, 1 claiming you were a danger to children. The room spun. She would have ruined me permanently. She was desperate, he said. Desperate people become dangerous. I swallowed. Why did you come back now? Ethan hesitated. Because I'm sick, he said. And I didn't want to die with that lie between us. You deserve the truth. I closed my eyes. Whatever I once felt for Ethan was long gone, but hearing the weight in his voice stirred something like closure. Thank you, I said. After we hung up, Maya texted, Come to my office. The lawyer's waiting. In her firm's conference room, the lawyer, a stern, composed woman named Rena, laid out my options. Defamation, privacy invasion, wiretapping, false police report, civil damages. Each one was a legal hammer. Your sister committed multiple crimes, Rena said. We can pursue charges. But you need to decide if you want justice or peace. Justice or peace. The two felt impossibly far apart. Maya touched my arm. You can't let her do this again. Not to you. Not to anyone. I nodded slowly, and something inside me settled. Later that evening, I went to Ava's house. Not angry, not shaking, ready. She opened the door wearing the same exhausted, mascara-streaked look from the night before. Her living room was in chaos, papers everywhere, her laptop open on news sites tearing her apart. You ruined me, she whispered. No, I said quietly. You ruined yourself. Ava sank onto the couch. What are you going to do? I'm filing charges, I said. All of them. Her breath hitched. You can't. We're family. We were, I corrected. Family doesn't destroy someone to protect a lie. She buried her face in her hands. Please. I'll fix everything. You can't, I said. There's no version of this where your actions disappear. The world knows. Ethan knows. I know. Ava's shoulders shook. I thought I'd lose everything. You did, I said softly. She lifted her head. Do you hate me? I paused. I don't hate you, I said. But I won't save you anymore. For the first time, she understood. Really understood. I walked out without another word. When I reached the sidewalk, I felt something in my chest unravel. 10 years of guilt, shame, and emotional weight, finally dissolving. The fallout wasn't over. My job might still be gone. My public reputation would take months to rebuild. But I had the truth. And I had myself back. Sometimes closure isn't clean. Sometimes victory is simply choosing not to be destroyed. As I left Ava Street, my phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. It's over now. Heal. For the first time in days, I let myself breathe. And I finally did. You did, I said softly. She lifted her head. Do you hate me? I paused. I don't hate you, I said. But I won't save you anymore. For the first time, she understood. Really understood. I walked out without another word. When I reached the sidewalk, I felt something in my chest unravel. 10 years of guilt, shame, and emotional weight, finally dissolving. The fallout wasn't over. My job might still be gone. My public reputation would take months to rebuild. But I had the truth. And I had myself back. Sometimes closure isn't clean. Sometimes victory is simply choosing not to be destroyed. As I left Ava Street, my phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. It's over now. Heal. For the first time in days, I let myself breathe. And I finally did.